Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Michael Vick, live on VicTube. And, today, I am, I'm going to, do my recap of this past week of college football. We have week, 12 of the 2020, college football season is in the books. So we're gonna get right down to it. Yeah, talking about some of this week's winners and losers. Oh, okay. Yeah. So here we go. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So we're going to start out in the SEC. Yep. Yes, I guess we'll start with the Georgia game. Yes, y'all. Yeah. Mississippi State, Georgia. Yep. As y'all remember, J.T. Daniels made his first start, and he threw for 400 yards. Yep, 28-38, 401 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Looks like Georgia has finally found a good quarterback. Although we couldn't run the ball at all. Yeah, that was bad. And then and then yeah, and of course defense didn't really play that good either. Gave up 24 points. So yes, Georgia wins 31-24. Yeah. All right, let's talk about LSU and Arkansas. Yep. Yes, LSU beat Arkansas 27-24. So it came down to a field goal. Let's see, Arkansas attempted a field goal to try to put the game into overtime, but it was blocked. So yeah, or actually it was partially blocked, and then the field goal landed short. Yeah. And then, so next, let's talk about the Tennessee and Auburn. Yep, Auburn beat Tennessee 30-17. Yeah, this game was close for most of the game. Auburn sort of pulled away in the second half, but it was like 10-10 at halftime. I think Tennessee was up 17-10 at one point. Yeah, then really the turning point in the game was the 100-yard pick six. Yeah, where Jarrett Garandudu threw an interception in the end zone, which was taken back for a touchdown. And that really ended up, so 14-point swing right there. That ended up being the difference in the game. Tennessee, just terrible. Yeah. And then you'll talk about Missouri and South Carolina. Yep, this was Mike Bobo's interim head coach debut, and it didn't go so well. Bobo, and of course he's in he's a good offensive mind, but or South Carolina only, but of course Carolina only scored 10 points. So so Mizzou wins 17-10. Not a good look for Coach Bobo. And let's see, and then there was one game canceled. Ole Miss and Texas A&M was postponed. So so that was A&M's second postponed game. So if they have to postpone another game, it's getting canceled. Okay, now about Alabama. They just completely just annihilated Kentucky. I mean, 63-3. So Bama is looking unstoppable right now. Let's see, and then Florida, struggled early against Vandy, where I think it was like 17-10, Florida at halftime. Right, Florida pulled away in the second half. Right, ended up winning 38-17. So that about wraps it up for the SEC. Okay, all right. Now let's we'll laugh at some SEC teams here. Not really any embarrassing losses in the SEC. So now let's laugh at some teams in the ACC. Here's a team. Here's a team. I'm gonna laugh at. So Clemson at Florida State. This game was postponed 2 hours before kickoff. The Clemson team had arrived in Tallahassee. They were ready to play. I had something on my glasses. Anyway, so they were about to play. They were ready to play. But there was a player who had tested positive. I think there was someone on Clemson's team who had been sick. But he tested negative for COVID-19. Anyway, and then so he practiced all week, even though he was showing symptoms, tested negative for COVID-19. He had tested negative twice, right? But then he had been tested a third time. They found out that he was positive, and he had been on the plane, been in the hotel, been at practice, the whole week with the team. So Florida State decided that they weren't gonna play. And then of course Dabo cried about it. He said that that they were just backing out of the game. That they were just too scared to play. It was just an excuse. But you know what, Dabo? It's your own fault. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't have let the guy practice. I mean, if he was sick, he shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been practicing COVID or not. Whatever he had, just a cold, the flu, mono, whatever. He didn't need to be around the rest of the team. All right. So anyway, Virginia Tech, Pitt. Yep. Pitt destroyed Virginia Tech 47 to 14. Yeah, I don't really know what happened to Virginia Tech. I mean, I know. I guess two heartbreaking losses in a row, and now I guess they've just given up. Yes, now let's talk Liberty and NC State. Yep, Liberty has fallen. That's right. Undefeated, no more. So yeah, Liberty falls 15 to 14 to NC State. Alright. Anyway, yes, now let's talk about some Big 12 games. Yep, Iowa State just obliterated Kansas State 45 to nothing. Oh, and now Oklahoma State. Yep, you got absolutely destroyed by your big brother Oklahoma. 41 to 13. Wow. Yep. So, yes, looks like Oklahoma State's Big 12 title hopes are gone. Yep, and now Oklahoma extends their winning streak over Oklahoma State to 6. And let's see. And then we've got Indiana and Ohio State. Ohio State won 45 to 42 to 35. Let's see. Justin Fields really up and down in that game. He threw like 4 or 5 touchdowns, but he also threw 3 interceptions. So Indiana, they were down big when they down like 42 to 21 at one point, right? And then they scored two touchdowns to make it interesting at the end. Had a chance. Had a couple of chances in the fourth quarter to tie the game, but just couldn't get it done. Looks like Ohio State is gonna win the Big Ten East. All right, so the next we got Wisconsin and Northwestern. Yeah, Wisconsin. What happened to y'all? Yeah, I know. Graham Mertz looked like he had never seen a football. I mean, yeah, he was just a turnover machine in that game. He had a sack, fumble, couple of interceptions. And Northwestern's defense dominates. And then they win 17 to 10. Yeah, it looks like Northwestern pretty much is gonna win the Big Ten West. Looks like it'll be an Ohio State Northwestern for the Big Ten title game. And then Michigan. Yeah, what are y'all doing? Yeah, I know. I know. Rutgers. Yep. Yeah, y'all needed triple over. Yeah, y'all beat Rutgers in triple overtime. Yeah. But hey, at least y'all won though, right? But anyway, Kirk Herbstreit had said on College Game Day, that if Michigan and Rutgers swapped uniforms, you couldn't tell the difference, and he was right. Yeah, he actually picked Rutgers to win, but of course that didn't happen. And then Penn State. Yep, y'all are 0-5. Yep, y'all just got y'all just got blown out by Iowa. Yeah, 41-21, and y'all just bad. Yeah, and then Purdue. Yeah, Purdue got robbed. Yep, there was an offensive pass interference call. Yeah, a BS PI call in the end zone on a touchdown that would have given Purdue the lead. So Minnesota ends up winning 34-31. Let's see. Yep. And then Illinois. Yep, big win over Nebraska. Yep, 41 to 23. Yep, Nebraska. Yep, still a terrible team. So now let's talk some a little Pac-12. So Oregon. Yep, barely beat UCLA, 38-35. Oregon's not that good. Let's see, Southern Cal, much better performance. This week, they beat Utah 33-17. Yep, so a 16-point win instead of winning by 3 or 4. See, Washington beat Arizona 44-27. Let's see, Oregon State, getting their first win of the year. Beating Cal 31-27. Alright, yes, now we'll wrap it up by talking about some group of 5 teams here. Anyway, so let's talk about App State, Coastal Carolina. Yep, Coastal Carolina beats App State 34-23. And yes, looks like they have a clear path to the Sun Belt Championship, where they will play Louisiana Lafayette. Let's see, and then Georgia Southern falls short to Army 28-27. I think Southern had a blocked extra point in the third quarter that ended up being the difference in the game. And let's see, and then Cincinnati, UCF. Yep, Cincinnati beats UCF 36-33. They really struggled. Trailed through much of the game. And then barely beating an unranked UCF team, and this is why Cincinnati is not getting in to the college football playoff, right? So my phone's about to die, so I better wrap this up real quick. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.